Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Risk here, and yeah, today I'm going to be making a video showing you guys my kind of progress on my game called Project BladeRain. And if you guys didn't see my video, I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So if you guys didn't see it, it was me just playing this game. It was a little bit of like gameplay of it, and you guys can look back at that and see all of like the differences between them, because there are a lot. Okay, like I've changed a ton in this game. It's almost not even the same game anymore. So the link to download the game will be down in the description, by the way. It'll be a Game Jolt link. It's in the description of every one of my videos. Okay, so one thing that I want to say quickly is, alright, well, actually two things. One, some of the sounds are extremely loud, like, some of the sounds are, like, really loud, so I'm sorry if, you know, like, the footsteps and stuff like that are, like, really loud. It's just, I need to turn them down later. And two, for whatever reason, I don't know if you'll actually be able to see this in the actual recording, but my mouse lock script doesn't hide the mouse, so I need to fix that too. So you're just gonna kind of see it there in the middle of the screen. So I'm sorry for that, but anyway, you can see here, you can just kind of walk around, and since you guys can definitely hear the sound, I mean, as long as you know, Shadowplay actually picks it up, which is pretty rare. But if it actually picks it up, you guys will be able to hear that the sound's different depending on whatever material you're on, which is kind of cool, which it didn't do before. Before, it was literally just like the default sound. And by the way, it keeps like, you might see some like frame rate stutters. I'm sorry. There's a lot of things I have to do optimization wise still that I haven't done, and that's probably going to take a while, but I've kind of started with some of it. It's just that if you look around really quickly, it has to load everything in and it lags a little bit. But yeah, the first main thing that I'm going to show you guys is this little it's a kind of a cave, which then leads into a dungeon. So you can see down here, it's the dungeon. So these walls here with like the rocks coming out of them, originally it was just flat walls, and people were saying there wasn't much depth and everything, so I had to go and change those. So I turned up the normal map a little bit, and then I actually like edited the model to make the rocks kind of come out a little bit, or not rocks, but like the bricks to come out a little bit. One thing is that some of the textures did kind of like they did kind of like stretch, so I'm gonna have to go and retexture some parts of it. And then also these torches, they weren't here before, and it was like really dark down here, so I thought I'd add them in. The only problem with them is that they do cause a lot of lag, like a lot more than you'd think it would cause. So I'm going to try to find a way to keep at least a few torches here and minimize the amount of lag. But yeah, anyway, you guys will see there's like these skeletons that'll kind of follow you around here. The walking animations do need a little bit of work. Some people said it looked like they were like, I don't know exactly what they said, but they said like they were just like really unnatural. So I have to change those a little bit. Also, before, in the older versions of the game, there was a lot slower attacking, but I did speed that up, you know, in the last update I think I did to the game. Not this one, but the one before it. And then also what I did was I made it so it's possible to get crits. So it can take anywhere from 1 to 3 hits to kill one of these skeletons, at least in this dungeon. And the way that it does that, one, the skeleton has a random amount of health within a certain, you know, range, and then your sword can do a certain amount of damage, and then if you get a crit, which is about, I think with this sword it's like a 1 in 20 chance, if you get a crit, then it'll multiply that by, I think, 2. So you can either get an insta-kill, or it might take 3 hits. So, yeah. So, whenever you kill one of them, they drop, like, those little crystals, which you can go and pick up, and that gives you a little bit of health, which is something that's been in the game for a while. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so, one, it's like a chance that you get it, so you don't always get health from it. You could get the currency that I'm going to add into the game, which is just going to be, like, gold. You can either get gold, or maybe it might just drop nothing. Maybe it might drop gold and health. I'm going to do something like that, so it's all random. And then right here, you're supposed to, like, once I'm actually done with everything, I'm going to make it so you have to go and find a key to open up this door. There's then going to be a boss inside. You kill the boss, and then you get to the chest. But right now, just for demonstration, I made it so you can press F on it to open up the little door here. Then you can go inside. So you see here, there's 4 crystals on the outside. I'm going to make stairs probably going out right here, like a little spiral staircase type thing going up to the 2nd floor, which I'm also probably gonna have some of those crystals on. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for the boss here. I'm gonna still have to think about that. But you can see here, there's this chest, which if you press F on, it opens up, and right now it just spawns a skeleton, which has really low health. And that's all I've done with it now. After that, you can't open it anymore. Same with this. After you open it once, you can't open it again, which is, you know, how it's supposed to work. But yeah, if I go up here, I think there's actually 1 or 2 skeletons that I didn't kill yet. Or yeah, no, I killed them all, I think. Yeah, I did. Okay. So if you go through here, there's also this one, which you can't open this yet. This it's supposed to be open, and then when you walk in, it closes behind you. You have to kill a couple enemies, and then it opens up this door and the one over there, which will then have a key inside of it. So it's going to be kind of like a Legend of Zelda type of like dungeon system, I guess if you want to call it that. So that's kind of what I'm going for. So you have to go through the dungeon, collect certain things in different rooms, complete some puzzles, and then you get to the the end room, which you need like a key to open up, and then you fight a boss and then unlock, and then you get whatever that item that you're supposed to get is. But yeah, so there's a couple skeletons here in the woods, so I'm probably gonna switch those out with some other type of enemy, but right now they're just the skeletons because those are the only ones that I've actually made right now. So yeah, then right here, in the original version of it, I didn't actually have this in it, but as you guys can see, there's like little rays. I have to make this so it's not as bright, because as you can see there, it's pretty blinding. But I was trying to go for like, when you go in underneath a tree, you can see the rays kind of going through the leaves here, which I think looks like really cool, so just wanted to do that, and that was something that I've added since the last video on this game. And then if you go over here, this is the main town. The only house that you can actually go into is this one, which, you know, I'm gonna make it so you can go into all of these, and might be people down there. There might be items that you have to get down there. I don't know. But right now, it's just this house here, and, you know, you can pick up that. That's like the only item in it, and that's about it for it. It's pretty boring, but whatever. So then you leave that. One problem that I did have before is that if I was to like enter the house at like this angle, I would open it. I would go inside at like this angle. But I was actually able to fix that. Now I have an object that I can just move around, and it takes the rotation of that object and applies it to the player when you enter it. So whenever I go inside, it always rotates to that. So that's something that I did fix, which was a huge problem before. So now the next big thing that's changed since that video, if you go over here and follow this path, you see it takes you to this little pier type thing. I don't really know what you'd call it, but takes it over here, and there's this boat. This is just from the Unity store, just because I wanted something like, well, okay, I needed to make something really quick, and this is all I really had. I will make a model to replace this later, but right now this is all I got. So yeah, once you do that, you actually spawn in here. There's another boat to take you back, and this is the Avalanche Island, or at least that's what it's called right now. It will change later because that name is really crappy. Yeah, if you see here, you look around, it has like kind of snowy trees, and they're you know, a little bit less leafy than the other ones. And that's what they look like. I think they look pretty good. The grass, too, I think looks really cool. It's just the same grass as in the other one. It's just, I clicked black and white on it, then turned up the brightness a little bit, and then I got this, this, like, white grass, which makes it look like there's snow on it. The actual falling snow I'm gonna change later, because I mean, it doesn't make you lag as much as it used to. It used to just destroy your frame rates, but I don't know. It just looks really bad. I'm probably going to make the particles a lot smaller and then maybe make them go at an angle, because right now they just kind of fall. So I'll probably make them kind of go at like this type of angle and also have them, you know, a little bit smaller and maybe a little bit faster too. But then you can go through here. The way that I did this is I actually got, I forgot what it was called, but it was something on the Unity store, and you could pretty much change, you can change the textures, and they would kind of like, I don't really know how to explain it. They'd kind of like combine into each other, and they would actually like look really cool. So you'd get stuff like this, which you can't really get without using it. I mean, you can, but you'd have to like, you know, go back and forth and do tiny little details. With this, I literally just made this like path right here, and it just did that on the edges, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it could look better, but I think it looks pretty good. So right here, there's going to be, you know, more NPCs that you're going to be able to talk to around here. You're going to be able to go into all these houses too. And then if I go over here, this is going to be a little bit of walking. There is going to be a bridge connecting, you know, this side to the other of like this little lake or whatever you want to call it. So there's going to be like a little bridge that connects the middle to here, or the middle to like somewhere. And maybe I might have like some chest or some item that you have to get over there. Maybe one of the quests might be that you have to find something that someone left there. I'm not sure. There are going to be a lot of like side quests, which I'm going to make it so most of the side quests are like kind of optional, but you do have to do like 1 or 2 side quests to be able to make it to the next area. And then back here, I'm going to add in a cave kind of like at the other place. I'm going to add in like a little cave behind these 2 little mountains here. And then that cave is going to take you down to like a little ice cave area, which then, you know, you go through all of that, and then maybe there might be some like type of boss down there, and it'll be like another dungeon type thing. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have in this update. Right now, I haven't added any barriers, so you can just kind of go into the water. And there is no swimming, because I'm just going to make it so you like physically can't go into the water, just because that's way too much to do, to have to like do swimming and all of that. And it's just the way that I'm coding everything, it's going to be hard to actually make it. But this is a little middle island there, and over here I got like just a random rock right there, because why not? If you guys couldn't tell, I like adding random rocks to places just to add something, you know. I think they look pretty good, you know. You guys can tell me what you think. You guys probably think they look like trash. I have no clue. But yeah. Then also one last thing, as you guys can kind of see over here to the right, that top icon is going to be for magic. So I'm going to make it so you can get different spells and everything like that. But, you know, I haven't done any of that yet, so it just stays empty. Also, all of the UI is going to change eventually, because it does look kind of crappy right now. But there's that. Right below it, that's supposed to be your level. And right now, I'm level 1, 200 XP out of 1100. And whenever you kill an enemy, I'll make it so it'll give you a random amount of XP. But right now, it gives you, I think, 150 every single time you kill one. Let's actually check. Yep, it gives you like 150. And what it's going to do is every single time you level up, you're going to get a little bit of health, maybe do a little bit more damage and stuff like that. And you can see then I have 110 instead of 100 health down at the bottom. But yeah, I guess make sure to let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments, if you think it, you know, looks good and stuff like that. If you have any suggestions, make sure to let me know. Also, if you guys do want to try this game out for yourself, I am trying to update it a couple times a week. You know, last week I wasn't able to update it at all, just because I really wasn't like, you know, in the mood to actually work on the game. So you know, this week I've been working on it a lot. I mean, it's, for me recording this, it's only Sunday, and I've already done like a ton today. And you know, on the weekdays I don't really have the most amount of time to work on it, so it's mainly on the weekends when I get the most done. But yeah, yes, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Download it at the link in the description, like I said, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Goodbye.
They told me go get a degree. I'm stupid for following dreams. Your job is to push me to think and say you just heard the machine. I feel like my soul in the eat. I told them I need to pursue what I love. If not, then I'm making this money for what? By shit from a brain, like by someone that does. I need get it.